about to listen to the incomparable Win Twice Wrestling Podcast with your hosts, Scott and Holly. We always go over, brother, and that's the bottom line. Dig it? So sit back, relax, and prepare to be entertained.
Hello everyone and welcome to the 2025 edition, whichever you prefer, of the 12 days of WrestleMas here at the Win Twice Wrestling Podcast. We've been a little bit sporadic as of late. Life has been, as you would say, lifing, which is a phrase that I was introduced to by Holly. But we've got to keep the tradition going, the Christmas tradition, the countdown to the big day itself, where St. Nick empties his sack all over your house and everyone can have some lovely presents to open. And this is our gift, which we're claiming. There's no receipt with this, so if you don't like it, fuck you. You can't return it. But we are on day one.
Yes.
You're getting confused now. You're thinking, is day one the end or the beginning?
You know I never understand this.
But which millennium are we in? That's what I want to know.
Stop it, because you know I can't do that either.
So we had, as we did previous years, we put together a list of, based on what we've seen,
yes,
a top 12 performers over the course of the last 12 months. Appreciating there's still a couple of weeks to go, but we're going to make an assumption that that list won't change.
Sure.
Now, I will readily admit that I have watched very little AEW this year, which is the first time for a number of years, so I couldn't justify people being on the list that I haven't seen. Yeah. And I'd not say that they aren't actually in the top 12 overall, but I can only play the notes in front of me, basically. But when we get to the final day in the countdown, we'll have the also ran section, and we can list off all the people that might have come close but not quite made it for one reason or another.
Story of my life, that.
Well, I mean, so we're starting a bit dark. Let's give it a little bit of time before we drift into that.
Okay.
So as what we've done in previous years, I ranked the 12 people in order, Holly ranked them in order, and our editor, Jamie, also, for the first time, ranked it, because I thought this way would avoid a tie.
Well,
and it didn't. It didn't. I'm not saying it was an important position necessarily, but there was a tie.
I don't know. All I know is you said, well, there's still a tie.
Yeah,
I was like,
there
okay,
is.
Cool.
There is. And you don't know whether it was high up the list, low down the list, or anything. You just know the 12 people that we're covering. So, as Holly has suggested, she has no idea as to the final order. Nope. They are written down on my pad and upside down, so she will only find out as we go through each of the recording sessions, which we're going to do in batch, so it might be absolute insanity by the time we get to the end.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So buckle in, kiddos, is all I'm saying. So day number one, Holly.
Yes.
What would be... Who are you thinking? Have you got a feel for who would be the lowest on the list when all was said and done?
Cody Rhodes.
Number one, Cody Rhodes.
Oh, lovely. That's where I ranked him, so...
I'll be honest. So I can give you the general rankings. Yeah. I ranked him low. Jamie ranked him about in the middle of the list of people. He made the list last year in the same position as I recall.
He did.
It's a strange one, because being the face of the company, even though we've had other people like John Cena's had his farewell run, and other people have kind of had their time in the spotlight, Cody Rhodes, for all intents and purposes, is pretty much being treated as the next coming, the next superstar that's going to lead into the future generation, yada, yada, yada. Last year, I don't think our thoughts were going to be too different from what we think this year.
No.
For me, what he's done in the ring has been fine to very good. The issue I've got with Cody is it's a great theme song. I'm not engaged with him. He doesn't do anything to draw me in. Yeah. And again, that's nothing necessarily that he's doing wrong. It just doesn't click for me. It's
personal preference, isn't it?
His promos are good.
Yes, they are.
He dresses himself in the finest of clobber.
He does.
Yes, which I know
you'll very well dressed man.
Which you'll touch upon. But I feel like he's had a few missteps over the course of the year as well.
Okay.
Losing at Mania. It didn't feel right.
Yeah.
Didn't feel right to me. Talk to me about it.
I mean, I think my feelings are so similar to yours, which is just, he's doing nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. But it is just, do I care?
Yeah, and that's a big one.
It is, do I care? And whether he wins a match or loses a match, I don't tend to care.
Yep.
And I just wish I knew specifically what it was, because then it'd be so much easier to say, it's like this because
And it's funny because he ticks all of the boxes
he does.
of what you would like. He's
does.
got, like, you think he's good looking, which is fine.
He is, yeah.
He's dressed in good clobber, like
He
I said, it's
is.
good. Great entrance theme.
Very.
His matches aren't bad.
No,
His promos aren't bad. So what's missing?
I don't know.
So I think it's because he needs to be a heel.
Honestly, I can't wait for this. The heel turn they better give him. I will be then here for it.
It's because they've teased it over a long period as well. Like, we're going back, if we look December last year, I mentioned it on a recent recording, it might have been the last one in fact, that obviously he had the match against Kevin Owens, appreciating that was last year, and there was like teasing little heelish kind of behaviour. Like, and to be fair, if you think about his time in WWE in the first run, he was a heel almost the entire run. Not all of it. Some of it he was a face where he did nothing. Or Stardust, quite frankly. And, you know, not to take away from him, because ultimately he still did make it on the list, but I feel like he made it on the list because I felt like I had to put him on here.
That's so weird because that's literally what I put. One of my I made little notes on everybody purely because I know what I'm like. Otherwise I'll just sit here and go, and my memory is hideous anyway. But one of the things I literally put was he's here because he has to be.
He doesn't have to be, but he is.
But it's weird, like you can't, it's not you can't have someone that
Prominent.
Yeah.
Right.
And not be in the list because, you know, let's be real, Roman hasn't done a lot.
Yep.
But there's,
Foreboding who might not be on the list this year.
Neither of us mentioned him.
No, because he hasn't been around.
Because he hasn't done enough. But then I think, well, Cody has been there. But to me, he also hasn't done enough. But then I know there are some matches that I have seen that have been good.
The match with Drew at Saturday Night's main event was good.
Yeah, didn't he have a ladder match with Kevin Owens?
That was the previous... oh, God, when was it? Was that this year?
I thought that was this year.
That might have been this year, to be fair.
Because
it's all blurring into one.
That was delightful.
That was good, yeah.
But I don't know. And
Is it the feuds he's been given?
I just don't know if it's all just a little bit repetitive. And there are other people that I mentioned in my little notes that I think it's the same thing. And that's not a them thing either. That's a company thing. I also just don't know if for me the whole like teaming and being besties with Jey Uso also really just bothered me.
We'll touch upon Jey Uso, I think, at some point. Maybe not necessarily now, but he will definitely be getting discussed.
I don't know. I mean, for what he made it into the top 12. There are plenty of people that didn't.
Do we think that let's say he gets the heel turn, whether that comes early in the year, late in the year, whatever, do you think he will then soar up the charts?
Yes.
So you think come the end of
yes.
2026...
That's a hopeful yes.
Because it has to be said, I really didn't like his WrestleMania match with John Cena. Thought it was massively underwhelming. I don't think it did John Cena any favours. It definitely didn't do Cody any favours. But the point that Jamie referenced when he was doing his ranking, he made it sound like, to be fair, the only reason he put Cody Rhodes on the list was because of how good the SummerSlam match was.
Okay.
So I think I don't want to put words in his mouth or anything else for that matter, my finger perhaps. I don't think he would have made Jamie's list potentially.
Had it not
been for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And he said he has to have a heel turn.
Oh, 100%.
It's just, where do they go with the face though? If they turn Cody, where do they go for when it comes to the next big face? Who's that going to be?
What, as in who it is?
Yeah, who's that?
So do you not have Roman as a face though?
He is, but he's not the next.
Either.
He's not the next big.
The next one.
Yeah, who's coming along next?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I'll tell you who I'd love, and I'll keep banging this drum until I'm blue in the face. Sami Zayn. Give me a Sami. He's the ultimate good guy. He could, honestly, he would just battling against the odds and everything. It's great.
Well, maybe it's his time to come back up and come battle for it again.
I don't know. I just don't see it. I think the ship might have sailed on that, but. Cody Rhodes, like I said, and I'm sure a lot of people would disagree with us in the fact that we've got him as low down on the list as we do.
Hey, he made the list, so...
He did, and he did last year in the same position, so it's very much a case of status quo, rocking around the world and all that. But it's... I don't know. He just needs... There's something there that's not right. And a bit like you, I can't put my finger on it, but the only thing I can narrow it down to, from my perspective, is I'm not connecting with him. Ultimately, don't care if he wins or loses in any match. It's just, it sounds weird because he's made the top 12 and yet we're kind of going, wasn't a massive fan of it, but what can you do? No. What can you do? What was your particular highlight then of Cody over the course of the year, would you say?
All of his delightful gear has given me joy.
So he looks pretty, ladies and gentlemen.
He is a showman. Like, he is a showman. He always puts on a show. Whether I'm invested in it or not is another question.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I just think he's also a very nice human.
Yeah, I think so.
And it's so weird. Put him on wrestling, I don't care.
Put him on wrestling.
As in, on the telly. Put the wrestling on and he's on it.
Yeah.
Not fast.
Yeah.
I will watch and listen to his YouTube thing all day long.
Sorry, that was just... every time I've ever seen him do a podcast, he ends up going, big dog on the... You're like, okay.
But when he's talking naturally like that, I'm all over it.
Yeah.
Not like that.
No, I was agreeing with you. No, I think he's an engaging talker. He's a very good storyteller as well. Mm-hmm. Especially like, did he? This is segueing massively hard, but there was when he was at AEW at one of the Starcasts. It might have been the first one. Did you ever hear him retell the story of when they had a match that was supposed to go like 2 segments and it ended within 3 minutes because there was a cock up in the ring?
Oh wow!
So he said it was the worst match ever. He said I think it was a 6-man tag. It was him, Ted DiBiase Jr., and you'll forgive me for not knowing the 6th person on their side. On the other side, I think it was Daniel Bryan, Ezekiel, and I want to say Sin Cara, I think. Okay. And early on into the match, there's a sequence where Ted DiBiase Jr. is whipped into the buckles. Bryan hits the running drop kick, covers him, 1, 2, kick out, carry on. 1, 2, Ted kicks out, ref counts 3, match over.
Oh.
And they're thinking, and Cody's thinking, oh my God. Wade Barrett might have been the other one.
Oh, okay.
I think Wade Barrett was the 3rd man on that team. And they have to exit the ring and they're thinking, do we buy more time? Do we jump them? What do we do? And he said, but as I was thinking, what do I need to do here? Wade was so pissed off, he'd walked backstage and he was thinking, oh God, this is going to go bad. Vince is back there. He's going to be livid. He's going to be outraged. So he said, so me and Ted made our way back. He said, I was a little bit ahead of him. So he got to the back and Vince in his headset just stood up from his headset still on, took the headset off. And just before he said anything, Ted comes flying backstage and shouts, where's that referee? He was trying to fuck on me.
Oh.
And Cody said, other than the fact it was the most spectacular misuse of the word fuck in human history, he said Vince was so confused by what Ted had just said, he just put his headset back on and sat down and didn't say anything. The ref was trying to fuck on me, and he tells that at Starcast. He does obviously a much better version than I do, but it was an amusing story all the same. So as a storyteller, and he's doing well for himself. Yeah. He doesn't need our approval. He doesn't need anyone's approval. But I do think he'll be greatly benefited from a top heel turn. They just need to make sure that they've got the counterbalance there.
True.
Punk?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's enough.
I don't know.
Because Punk feels like one of the few out-and-out faces at the top of the card.
At the moment, yeah.
To be honest, other than John Cena, who we know's going.
Yeah, exactly.
AJ Styles is winding down. He's done next year. I didn't realise quite how old he was, to be perfectly honest. Good lad.
For it, doesn't
yeah,
he?
fair fucks.
Yeah.
Randy Orton's not the next anything at this point.
Well, Randy's coming to wind down as well.
Oh, of course he is. Of course he is. So they need to definitely generate something new. Because, Seth's heel. They can turn people as often as they like, but it has to work. So my concern is they can turn Cody into a fantastic heel. If he hasn't got a good face to work off, it doesn't matter.
True.
Does not matter.
I just don't want them to push again Jey Uso being the face against it as well.
Again, we will definitely be talking about Jey Uso, but probably not in the respect that people think we're going to.
Okay.
I think that pretty much brings us to the end of our first day one of Christmas. So this is coming out the 14th of December. And we've whet the appetite, so to speak, with Cody Rhodes being the individual that's finished number 12 for 2025. Easy for me to say the right year, always. I never say the wrong year and definitely didn't have to record the start of this episode. People will never know. Hopefully you've enjoyed this and you'll be ready at Fireside for day number 2. Bye.
Until next time, this has been a Win Twice Wrestling production. Peace out.